Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about alcohol. Is it worth it to consume it? Can you quit it? What's the benefits of consuming it and what's the benefits of actually quitting it? I actually went through a month of detoxing from alcohol and I completely quit it. I completely cut it out of my diet so I could see what were the benefits and the cons to doing that. First, my background with alcohol. So my background with alcohol has been very rocky, to say the least. I come from a Mexican background, and ever since I was a kid, I remember like my family members, my cousins, my uncles drinking at every party. So growing up, it became very normalized for me to drink. When I got to college, it really didn't help because in college, everybody would drink also, like in the tailgates, and the college culture was just to drink every weekend and get drunk. You know, that was like what everybody wanted to do. And it wasn't until my dad passed away when I was like around 23, that I realized that I started having a bad relationship with alcohol. You know, I would find myself drinking more than the usual. And I think at that point, it was just because I was depressed. You know, I was grieving the fact that my dad had passed. And at that time, I was hurting, man. Like it wasn't easy to get over my dad's passing. And at the time, I didn't look at it this way. I thought it was normal, but I was using alcohol to numb that pain of grievance and of getting over my dad's passing. So I think alcohol is it's scary, man. It's insidious how it can get into your daily habits if you don't check it, or if you go on not observing what it can do to you. It was funny because I always thought to myself, yeah, like any day I can quit alcohol. I don't really need it. Like it's not like something that I need to consume. But I would find myself every weekend craving a drink or two, or wanting to go out with friends to a bar and having a drink. So I put it to the test and I said, all right, let's quit for a month. Let's see what happens. Before I continue on with the video, make sure to follow me on Instagram at Conquer Mindset. There we have all of our up-to-date posts. So let's start with the pros of detoxing from alcohol. The very first thing that I noticed was that I had a lot more time on my hands. And it was scary because I would find myself on the weekends like, okay, like, you know, I finished all my work. It's a Saturday night. What do I do now? And usually I would go out with my friends and, you know, have a good time, kick it with them. We'll probably catch a game or something. But now it was like, okay, I'm not gonna drink. So I didn't want to put myself in those situations where I had the temptation of wanting to drink. So what I ended up doing was I just started working more on my YouTube videos and actually working on like my website, more items for my business. I started working more on that. It made me more productive because I had a lot more time to allocate it into things that were more important in my life. Next thing I noticed is that it helped me save a lot of money because now I wasn't drinking every weekend. I wasn't spending on drinks. Each drink would be like $10. So I was saving like $100 each week. I balanced my books and I saw that I saved like around $300 to $400 just in that month. The income that I generate, I try to allocate it into the business or into essential items that I need, into any investments, into any assets. So I was like $300 to $400. I could invest that into other things that I really need, like for the business, maybe get another camera, maybe invest in better software for the videos. If you do the math, 300, let's say for 12 months, if you do it for the whole year, that's what, like $3,600. So that's around 3 to 4K a year in alcohol. And I would be able to save that. So that's another thing that I was pretty surprised on, is actually how much money that I saved from not drinking alcohol. The next thing that I noticed was that I was making a lot more strength gains in the gym. And that one's pretty easy as to why, because you know, when you're not consuming alcohol, you don't have the same lag of the hangover the next day. Your body is clean. Doing this detox actually helped me stay more focused and consistent in the gym, and that reflected into my strength gains. I got stronger, I built more muscle mass, and also I wasn't missing any workouts. So in the aspect of strength gains, it was a big plus. So now let's jump into the cons of detoxing from alcohol. The first con that I identified was that it dramatically reduced the amount of fun that I had when I actually went out. The biggest benefit to drinking alcohol is that it makes any situation fun. When I was actually going out to dance with my girlfriend or going to a bar to hang out with my friends, not having alcohol really didn't make it as fun. I know, you know, a lot of people say that you can have fun without drinking alcohol, but man, in my experience, drinking alcohol, like drinking a drink or two, makes the experience a lot funner because, you know, it's like a social lubricant. You just feel a lot better. You feel better at ease, more relaxed. And that was like the biggest thing that I noticed, is I wasn't having as much fun when I was actually going out. So that was like the biggest con of detoxing from alcohol. For the final conclusion, after doing a detox of 1 month, I realized that I don't need alcohol. Actually, like if I were to cut alcohol completely from my life, I think I would be more productive. I'll get more things done, and I would have, you know, I would be more aligned with my mission. But I would say that there has to be a healthy balance. And I've come to the decision, for now, at least for now, we'll see what happens with time, but I think a good practice would be to stick to 2 to 3 drinks every time you go out. So what I'm going to do now is every time that I go out, and it should only be like once a week, that I will consume 2 to 3 drinks max. You don't want to ever go over 3 drinks because it can really hinder your progress the next day, or it can really hurt your chances if you're talking to a girl. So I think 2 to 3 drinks is the best range to stick to when it comes to the drinks that you're consuming on that night. So I've also decided to stay away from whiskey and tequila because they have congeners. Congeners are substances other than the desired types of alcohol ethanol produced during fermentation. These substances include small amounts of chemicals such as methanol and other alcohols, acetone, acetaldehyde, esters, tannins, and aldehydes. So, I mean, basically anything that does not have congeners. So I'm gonna stick to rum, to vodka, and to gin. I think those clear alcohol drinks are the best for the next day. You don't feel the hangover as much. The key here is to be productive and keep making those strength gains. We just got these sample hoodies in. This is the all black with the classic logo here in the middle. So right now I'm currently in the testing phase, and I'm actually testing out these hoodies and also all the merch that we have there. You can now check out that catalog on the website, and you can actually cop some merch. You can get it for yourself, for your friends. We got hoodies, we got shirts, whatever you need, we got it. So whenever you're at the gym, you're at the shooting range, whatever you're doing, you can have our merch and you can represent. If you made it this far into the video, go ahead and give it a like. Also, make sure to hit that subscribe button. As always, stay strong and keep on conquering. Peace.